Yenya by force historians are omutwitwa ntoro twisted ten and some efa Islamic history ho when in fact the histories are there unless person obeka no kore akere amansan. Enti we want to take it one after the other. Some articles we will read sanebeya ubehu na also benya ho ntiase enye se bia ye ntumi fa ya adwenka. But yeah, the aging can say you chantro. And some of these articles we will bring on the screen for you so that you will read now what once here. A year dempona Islam about Africa. Islam named by Africa, it is notable and it is very, very open. And Islam about Africa. Islam, the first people are Omudin Kaimba, Africa Krano. Omudin Honum, Ombibia Honum, Osha, Yawasad ibn Abi Wakas, Jash ibn Riyab, Abdullah ibn Jash, Jafar ibn Abi Talib, Uthman, son-in-law of Kushon Sallallahu or Kaon, Oware, Kushaniba Ifan Rokaya, and then Rokaya bint Muhammad, the wife of Sidi Osman himself, and then Abu Huzaifa ibn Utbah, Sahala bin Suhail, Zubair ibn Awam, Musayib ibn Umar, Abdurrahman ibn Auf, Abu Salama Abdurrahman ibn Abdul Asad, Salama, and then Uthman bin Maz'un, and then Amir bin Rabi'a, and then Layla bint Abi Asma. These are people and many others are more about Africa in the first hijrah. What you say? And these people, they fled away from sword, from being persecuted, and so they ran to Abyssinia, where na ohene ohonoma yefeno King Ashama, the title of Najashi, and as a Negus title King Ama or Ashama was the king back then. Ana Sankofumu Omo Ejane Koye. And this list I'm a boy CCI was given by Muhammad ibn Ishaq, a famous historian in Islam. When they come, there was a communication that took place between the Muslims and then King Ashama. According to some sources, Muslims are travel free Makkah, Echo, Abyssinia, travel on the Red Sea, Echo Honum, travel on a vessel. There were around 70 to 80 Muslims, and Echo King Neguswa because Enkomshenino catcher almost say, or hinibi, ewo Abyssinia, subhanallah, nan komshenin ko Abyssinia pay. But then Yankupon Yichireno, a man catches when he was Abyssinia, he was African, Yafana King Negus, and Nasa Ken Asama or Ken Ama. Nasa Ken Amawi, he will not tolerate injustice or no correct or hene into among Conin chain, he will give them shelter, among Kosiki, asylum, I want in chain, and they went there and he welcomed them. When Okonomono, courage in commission busia fono omoye motoro modwefo no moso maboso nananum fo no omoyi ebinumu se omonko ohene wo because some of them were ohene friends into omonko se omonko no ho na omonko bring back those people who have betrayed their forefathers religion nananum maboso so no enti they went there, and when they went there omo and ohene kakasai and ohene catch omo say no on to me enye den and for mom until say why then one listen to their own side of the story. And so the leader who led them was Jafar, or the speaker of Kasa Jafar bin Abi Talib, who happens to be the blood of the prophet also sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And oyeden or Kasai and no Kasai or kind said Jafar Kasai with the eloquence, and I quote from us, "O king, we were people steeped in ignorance, worshipping idols, eating unsacrificed carrion, committing abominations, and the strong will devour the weak. Thus we were, until Allah, the one true God, sent us messenger from out of our midst, one whose lineage we knew, and his veracity and his worthiness of trust and his integrity." And to Jafaru can say some way no, and now when the catcher no say, unrelated some verses bi Quran me summarizing some enti or related Surah Al-Maryam فأتت به قومها تحميله قالوا يا مريم لقد جئت شيئا فريا. Then she came to her people carrying him. They said, oh Mary, you have done something terrible. Ya ukhta Harun, oh sister of Aaron, ma kana abuki imra'a saw. Your father Imran was not an evil man. Wa ma kanat ummuki baghiya, and your mother was not a whore. Fa asharat ilayhi qalu. So she pointed to him, that is baby Jesus. قالوا كيف نكلم من كان في المهد صبيا. They said, how can we speak to an infant in the crib? I want to yesu kasa I defend the mame. قال إني عبد الله آتاني الكتاب وجعلني نبيا. He said, I'm the servant of Allah. He has given me the scripture and made me a prophet. And King Negus asked Hama, Otie Sanson said, no, not for a mountain of gold will I release these people unto you. Daddy, you should stay here peacefully. So, in short, this is how Islam first came to, your friend is saying, Abyssinia, Africa. It never came with war. It never fought in a battle. Nothing like that even happened. It did not come to enslave Obia. And this, before Islam, King Negus was even a Christian already. Abyssinia. I'm not saying it's a combat be kukoso, a big kukoso, but for slavery. And it was never between Africans and the Muslims. Nah, the combat was between the Byzantines and the Muslims. Share video, no? Share video. So quickly, no. Sana me no me person me quote from Arabians. No, I can say Arab for na sebi or matro history. No mo chantro de bro. Me quote from the enemies of Islam and Kasa. Omo nyen krimofo. Omo makasetian krimofo. History omo edema omo troye edefa how Islam eba Africa. Enti ye one author ye friend no Mark Cartwright. Cartwright sa article we have Islam about Africa. I will want you and I to understand sa in some way, in a very simple way. Or say, following the conquest of North Africa by Muslim Arabs in the 7th century, Islam spread through West Africa via merchants, traders, scholars, and missionaries. That is largely through peaceful means whereby African rulers either tolerated the religion or converted to it themselves. Or say either through peaceful means. Muslims never brought war to conquer Africans. They never did so. I am very peaceful. And like I said, we fought the Byzantines in Africa. We fought them in North Africa, around Libya, and Egypt and other places. But we never fought the Africans. To Africans, we brought them peace. Because the Byzantines were ruling the Africans. No more Africans. And so, make a Byzantine Roman for. And when the Muslims came to conquer the Byzantines, they gave the Africans their freedom. And say, in this way, Islam spread across and around the Sahara Desert. In addition, the religion arrived in East Africa when Arab traders crossed the Red Sea and in a second wave settled along the Swahili coast. Military campaigns did not occur from the 14th century CE against the Christian kingdoms of Nubia. For example, while in the 18th century CE, the Muslim Fulani launched a holy war in the Lake Chad region. After the Fulani the fellow Africans, they fought this holy war, not the Arabs, against the Christians. There were also sometimes violent resistance by supporters of the African beliefs such as animism and fetish spirits and ancestor worship. What you say? At times, no BBC is here, but between the Muslims, Fulani Muslims, and also the fetishists, fellow before Yaya Nkonko. It is never the Arabs. What I want you to understand is that let's stop blaming people for what they did not do and blame ourselves for what we have done. Enti aye Fulani for and one your friends others no enya this combat and remember many tribe Jula say Jula for and I say Wangara for Bambara Bamfara Mandinko they are Daffy they are all one Obwa Obianim this tribe was Omiya Bako as a waka akan what you say enti sa ebusuen eye Fulani for na the Islam e de bere ewo Mali. They started way back from Guinea and alhamdulillah from Guinea and omo eshase from Guinea, Senegal, from there omo di wura Mali. Eye fellow blacks, it was never Arabs. Medemo by history. Say what kind book I found UNESCO General History of Africa, African or summarize it say unlike many other faiths, Islam is not only a religion, it is a comprehensive way of life catering for all the fields of human existence. Islam provides guidance for all aspects of life, individual and social, material and moral, economic and political, legal and cultural, national and international. Volume 3, page number 20. And Yamana Mekans has a fellow on one kasa abrofon on we staunch enemies of Islam and Omokeka Kekasa and same way Edema Yenina. I'm not the one saying this. And to say ye ka in same year tribunal mama yendi the Kuranchara yaho. For how long we chantro? For how long? And a more able chantro. Now, so after commissioning free no, the Arab traders they then begin to travel somewhere in Africa now or more by East African side honum. So the first people to ever convert were the merchants, the business people in Africa. More converted and followed by the rulers. What yes, a few rulers be almost somewhere around in the 11th, 13th century honum. Now that time now Islam African kasa what I say then it's followed by the Almoravid intervention no then in Abemu what is which was led by like I said the Almoravid groups now which it was led by the Berbers what is and I said Berbers or and I say the nomads now who say you can say the Moros and I say the Moors now abrofo na to omusa adino and Arab fon to odi Berbers, which is Bari tribe. Omono. Aha. They were the Berbers now. Omonka. They were black people. And these Berbers, Omoji Islam with. They were the ones Omosha somebody Islam and they spread the editing. These Berbers, Fulani, Wangara, no more by. Into what we say, even history of Ghana Hanoma, Sayamore, or come Islam, Edeba. Ghana Hanum. What else? And we have people, other people on the Islam. That is why I will say Ghana, Ofa, Ashanti region Honum Kwa, Otra BA. Let's say BA side on the Boom say Wangara 4 Honum Pa, Ashanti region Subuasi, Omo Honum Pa, Oko BA, one Honum side, one Chimini, Honum side, Mose Wangara Fono, Omo Honum Pa. They came. Bisamu history, they will tell you they came and they brought Islam here, and it's not the Arabs that brought Islam in Ghana. I say your slave masters and legend, boss. You are not reasoning, you are not communicating. Unimu history, and Sabebesi, omo conversion no. Emma Ibn Battutanum, our business people. What I say, the interest to come and do much more business in Africa. So they came and Islam began to spread. What I say. When you look at the Islamic influence on African societies, most of the scholars in say in some capital cities such as Ghana, referring to old Ghana Empire, and Gao, the Songhai Empire, and then the presence of the Muslim merchants, it resulted in the establishment of a lot of mosques. And to see those mosques, the then Malian king, Mansa Musa, around 1312 to 1337, and rule ye he ono call Maka koye haji no amro koye haji no he is famous haji no koya okofa Arab for binimukras otomo as slaves and odomo buy. And when he brought them, odomo buy omo ba chirade na say yehu how to read and write no ode omo fa wudi e da momo and it resulted say binimu say dabi okohon no enko negotiate here and on the Arab for no buy so mo mra metrade into on the mobile ebe kire Islamic religion no e wo hanom ebie institutions schools madrasas e wo hanom and various mosques e wo Africa, as well as the development of the Islamic learning in Ekoso, and it was led by Mansa Musa. It will be an insult to think, say, Mansa Musa will come and enslave his people. You are said you wouldn't say 1 megabyte or 1 kilobyte. Obedience Mansa Musa and Africa when he made Africa flourish. Tiwasum. So Masa Musa Edo Musi Tumutu, and I said Timbuktu. Tumutu. Me ma me Julani enti me bon se na e bon no ko ma me firi honom ofiri Kochala menya na berema ma me ne papa ofiri Kochala what ya say aha Tumutu. So eho eno musi omo Tumutu no musi the omo university in Africa enti emro musi around 16th century honom no Mansa Musa note say na nya no nko ninia Mansa Suleimana ono so or follow such steps. So Tumutu honomna scholar from Sudanese omotsna say ebe chire ebe sua Swahili language no. What say Swahili language no? The Arabic vocabulary and a Bantu language and a bomu yenya Swahili language. What you say? Aha, and yenya Swahili language no due to travels na so between both no. And there were businesses between the two. Ana air koso. So this is how Islam ebaye. So who stayed there? Oben say when Persia, Oman, Arabia, and Yemen ebe merge into the African culture system, you know, it then produced, like I said, it produced a language. The lingua franca for the people of the East. Fortunately or unfortunately, Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, Comoros, and Congo adopted the or more language. And to prove to you more, Ibn Battuta, like I said, he or no a businessman around 14th century, around 1331, Edeba 32 and or travel through Sudan, Yemen, to Zila, Eritrea, and then Mogadishu, Somalia, Mombasa, Kenya, and other Zanzibar and other places like Kilwa, or travel all these places. Until that is how Islam and the culture began to merge. They began to merge and they began to see new culture, new identity. They were then amalgamating the culture of the Persians, Yemenites, Arabs, and then that of Africa. So it becomes an amalgamation and developed a language. What you say? It makes nonsense for you to think, say, Mansa Musa was caught as a slave when and Mansa Musa was the one that went there and brought those scholars to come and teach Islam. And today, we are proud of, say, one of the best universities in Africa, Muslims in Fatima Al-Fikhriya, Africa, Muslims in the second one is also Mansa Musa and also and it is Africans. Yes, you can be an African and be a Muslim. And also say, Islam did not come to enslave Ubia and not in slave master be no other religion. Islam coming to Africa no and it is a senya bin mutnetina vessels mu eba Africa now purposely to come and enslave people. Islam did not do so. And it never did so and it wouldn't do that. What you say? Inti yesha Nigeria say ya. Ube who say in Nigeria no Hausa land for no particularly Kano for ena Islam penetrate one mu ewura Zaria ewura Kano into ko Zaria be sinde your omo from ye from Malawa Kano so omo from Malawa. They were part of those that brought Islam over there. These guys are fellow Africans because in commissioning there were Africans among them. They were Africans. So omo the Islam everywhere Nigeria ebimuye two-color Muslims are omo convert here omo free Senegal ebinum so free say Muslim traders are free Mali Empire. Those are the men and Jula for no I from Malawa for the buy. The first Muslim ruler our house land or din kanji Islam tumu yefano Muhammad Rumfa. And again, don't forget Sheikh Usman that hold you and I don't fold you. Oyamujaddid our Nigeria Besinde, he is acknowledged by the entire Nigerians for his effort and for his revolution. Was a Muslim, and he made sure Islam has settled and has spread in entire Nigeria. What you say? So the story of Muslims, you know, omoba North Africa, ebo kunkuma Africans, ebe enslaved Africans, aya munya sa stories ifre. Munya those stories, you know, aya munya free. Who study obo mu se Fulani for ene Wangara for, me kase Wangara ma bot tribe ni abomu, ene Wangara for agro wo muntem. How did this happen? One Fulani for no omodi Islam ebaye Wangara for nanje. Omanje no they fought. Omokunye ena Wangara for din kan defeat Fulani for. Ena Wangara for mano ebitre omo e de kire Fulani for no say Fulani for no omo ye Wangara for no festival bi omo ya omo no monsa. Until when the festival happened no maboboro ena Fulani for no tuche omo so e defeat omo. Ena another battle science here and then after that battle omo ye say okay peace abaye ntem. Fit ndere ko ye nkumbiem. Nti uhumia yendi agro and a most of tribes are mudi agro, not necessarily they know. Most of these tribes are mudi agro wo muntim. They know, it is due to combat about muntim. After the combat there was peace treaty and that no mudi agro about muntim. And to kwabia anyone muntim. This was what was happening. And so, nobody much come to so many tantro at the tramo, saying Kilmusuno, and say, slave master, Ben, your friend again. Slave master Ben, a message your friend saying. Yenim say, God in God is back. Yenim all the slave masters of Obahanum, Boba, Kunidi or Yankrimoni or Bahanum. Oben slave Gudimugo ships him at the Mokoy, Yademoko Krobemu and Demokoy. So after Islam has spread after Lake Chad. Oh, Lake Chad, Diana Islam has spread. And note say Lake Chad, I wanna serve you Asantifoi, no move free, by the Gomba for no move free, by. So most of you, your ancestors were Muslims. Your ancestors were Muslims from Lake Chad. And I buy, but one of the tribes are more resisting Islam, Mushi and the Bamana. Almost their development from around Segu Kingdom, Honum side no. They were the ones resisting Islam. What I say? Eventually, Sub-Saharan Africans later on developed their own brand of Islam. What I say? Often referred to as African Islam. No, that was what happened. What I say? Which was a specific brotherhood be a wo muntema na amo practice on. So enye say they can das bia ya the fact na kasa na enye say botirimika bi na ye ka da bi na enye say ye tan binum bi na ye ka da bi ente sa. What I say? So somewhere around the 7th century, Muslims no more conquer after I conquered a lot of places Umayyad Caliphate taking over around 7th century, about 8th century a military force from your friend is saying Damascus or more echo. So it spread via we are saying bebes and also able somu somewhere everywhere Lake Chad, everywhere Egypt, everywhere Nkrumah and then everywhere Swahili coast directly from Arabia and then Persian Gulf everywhere Honoma and then Yunya Islam and tinye se bia yebe chiribinumu na yebe Islam it's brainwash nti se sharp around 985 that was around 10th century honum and Gao for no Islam tumu within the Ghana Empire what around 6 about the 13th century honum and Gao for no tumu nti from the late 10th century ede banyina no bon say the religion spread towards eastward and the Mali Empire, the Songhai Empire around 1240 to 1645. The The friend is a Mali Empire around the Songhai Empire 1460 to 1591 CE. And a Ewura Hono. What you say? And rulers in the adopted somewhere around 900 to 1390 CE mu, and the kingdom of Kanem. Almost so edgy Islam tumu around 11th to 13th century, and a Hausa land Ediba late 14th century, and a Ewura Hono so a idea eda honoma so clear it entered gradually. Ya mamba enslave obi and chiri obia dabi. So in East Africa now, Islam it faces stiff competition between Christianity, which was firmly entrenched in Nubia, and state me to say Faras kingdom, and I say aka Nabotia kingdom, and I say Dongola, and then Alodia, and then the kingdom of Aksum. In the 1st to 8th century, Islam faced a lot of difficulties over there. In what is today Ethiopia, that was what was happening. Now Christianity is so tough for honor, and Islam and to men penetrate those countries as easy as that. What I say? So these Christian kingdoms, later on became Muslims, with the exception of few. What I say? Exception of few, and omo anjiantumu. So and yet to say ye buy by force dabi. So later on Quranu and 2 horns of Africa, the sultanates of Adal and the Ajuran, almost ebedi Islam tumu, and it became one of the two most important states. What I say to the Muslims also. So it is important say you owe it to yourselves. Obet na obesunya bibi. One article me say what kind we call it a day. Okay, UNESCO General History of Africa now. Or say the Association of Islam and Trade in Sub-Saharan Africa is well-known fact. The commercially most active people, the Jula, 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 Hausa, and Jakanke were among the first to be converted when their respective countries came into contact with the Muslims. The explanation of this phenomenon is to be found in social and economic factors. Islam is a religion born in the commercial society of Makkah and preached by Prophet Muhammad, who himself had for a long time been a merchant, provide a set of ethical and practical prescripts closely related to business activities. This moral code helped to sanction and control commercial relationships and offered a unifying ideology among the members of different ethnic groups, thus providing for security and credit, 2 of the chief requirements of a long-distance trade. Volume 3, page number 39. Inti, enuni, enyen kremofo, ambo force ubiao, yambo force ubia. So, these 3 tribes, Jula, Hausa, Jakanke, omono Islam echinye, pa, Fulani. Inti, oko Togoa, obia oye Muslim, fene Mali wane, meaning Mali fo, Jula fo no mede ko hono. Mali, Jula fo na de ko hono. Burkina, Jula fo ya, and many other places. What you say? Aha. Even Hausa for Jula for any your friends Fulani for and no more and it's there, the histories are there, and Togo Fulani for they were part. So Islam spread in Africa by the Africans. It spread in Africa by the Africans. The histories are there, and these are my sources and 3 Islamic books. Inti yenja in kontompo, yenja in tro, yenja in nada, say ships be by, vessels be by, ebo kunkumye, 18. Those informations, where do you get those lies from, for crying out loud? Where do you get those lies from? Ladies and gentlemen, Zana Company Limited, in fact, uwe goodie, uwe copper, uwe silver, uwe gold, au pese winsiesieno, when electroplating, uni baby ako, against Zana Company Limited, uwe goodie, au pese wundane sene upe, onye the silver chain, onye the golden chain, onye the golden ring, then au pese onye no, Zana besesieno edi amount. In fact, one organizes sports, upe cup, and now medals, be that to mukomu, Zana Company Limited, bet to me aya edi amount. Any kind of jewelry at all, Zana Company and a young Wejuma. Zana ewa himfa. Here Zana ewa Nungwa behind Fidelity Bank. Raviko ewa ɛna zana ɛwɔ na ɔbɛsɛ wɔn fira zana 0240 481 568 568 0240 481 568 and 0248 42 44 93 0248 42 44 93. We are Henny, we are Penny, we are Goody, we are Catesia, we are Bugger, we are Golden Chain, or a wrist banner, or then one, a gold, copper, silver, a jewel in Quadia. Kwayo pesa yensiese no famo biara no yebetumi aye ediamo enti contact Zana Company Limited na omamwa inshallah enwe nyina be wo so Annabi Muhammad Sayyidun Annabi Muhammad Adin Annabi Muhammad Muhudin Annabi Muhammad Muqaddamu Annabi Muhammad Azizun Annabi Muhammad Fadilun Annabi Muhammad Mufaddilun Annabi Muhammad Muhammad Annabi Muhammad Muhammad Annabi Rasulallah Annabi